tenerlos acá. Es nuestra primera rueda de prensa desde que iniciamos un proceso de cambios internos en la compañía, todos buscando crecer. Muchos de nuestros directores están asumiendo posiciones globales, lo cual es muy bueno, y gente local también está siendo beneficiada por algunos ascensos que estamos haciendo en la compañía. Parte de eso obedece a mi llegada al país. Vengo de Colombia, vengo de pertenecer al grupo algo más de 2 años y medio. Mi nombre es Fernando López, estoy asumiendo la dirección del grupo acá en México y pues venimos a contarles muchas cosas buenas de lo que estamos haciendo y lo que estamos viendo a futuro en el país.
We used to have 3 different parts of our businesses here in Mexico. Because of acquisitions and history, we used to have an Afina company that we acquired. We used to have a Westcon part of the business, and we also started a few years ago a Comstor business. So 3 different businesses, and they were sitting in different offices. And I took the job a year and a half ago when I became CEO of the company. And when I went to visit Mexico, it was hard for our employees. They were all in different buildings, and it doesn't create, I think, the right kind of team spirit. So now we have merged all the 3 companies into one, into Westcon Comstor, and we have about 200 employees in Mexico, and we're all in this beautiful new building, and the atmosphere is really great. We are a technology distributor, and I'm sure many of you know, but many of the global companies don't sell their products directly, and they need the channel, whether these are resellers or a 2-tier, a distributor who sells to resellers. And so we are a distributor that represents our vendor partners to the local communities. We are we're $6.5 billion in revenue at the moment. I think we'll be more than $7 billion probably at the end of this year. And what you see is the company is doing, thankfully, very well. We're growing double digits, very strong in North America, very strong in Europe. Latin America continues to be very strong for us, but there are also more challenges, as you can imagine. In Brazil, in some of the countries that have an oil dependency, the market is slowing down because the oil price is, of course, a lot lower. And these are our key vendors. So unlike perhaps some of the other distributors, sorry, I'll just go.
No.
Yeah, I think that's better. We just have 15 partners that represent over 85% of our revenues around the globe. So a very focused relationship with each of those 15. Clearly in local markets, we also have additional solutions, but these are truly global partnerships where we represent those companies just about everywhere in the world. Cisco is our largest partner and has been part of the company now for more than 20 years and represents almost 40% of the company's revenue. So it's quite a significant part of our business. And our Cisco business is run in our Comstor division. So you will hear us talk about Westcon and Comstor. And our Cisco business, because it is so specialized, gets operated out of our Comstor business. Distribution used to be a business of just taking a product and shipping it, and maybe arranging credit facilities for the resellers. But that is really changing. And we find that as a distributor, we need to add a lot more services around the products to help our resellers, because the resellers are having it tough. Technology is changing a lot. They can't afford to invest on everything. And so distribution has to play a bigger role to help them to extend their capabilities. And it starts with us with supply chain services. So this is where we help configure products before it leaves our warehouse. We have a warehouse here in Mexico where we do configuration of the products before it leaves. So when the customer receives it, it's customized for them. That can be hardware configuration, it can be software configuration, testing. We also handle the reverse logistics when customers want to return their products. Rather than it going through their reseller partner, it can go directly to us and it helps them. The next services that we have been building a lot this last year is our financial services. And of course, distribution helps with our resellers to offer credit facilities. That's always important. But resellers need more. They need help financing sometimes these very large orders. Next are technical services. We actually have a monitoring and a SOC here in Mexico City. A small team of people that help provide technical support for our vendors like Blue Coat or Checkpoint. And also do professional services like remote installation. We also do a lot of educational services. So as a reseller wants to learn about new technology, that's often hard and they need to get certified. We provide a lot of training and certification for all of our vendor technology. If I go to the next slide, it talks about cloud, which is the second priority for the company. Because not only do we need to provide services, the whole industry is changing. I think you all know that. This is just a slide that shows that over the next few years, there is growth in the traditional IT, about 3% annually, but most of the growth will come from how we define cloud, and it's of course a broad category. I think we all know that. If we go to the next slide. So what does that really mean, cloud in IT, and how do we look at it? And I won't take you through all of this, but clearly it means if we start at the top, it means people are starting to pay for usage. They don't want to pay for boxes, they want to start paying on incidence and usage basis. And that means we need different billing systems. Just like in the telecom industry, where billing is done based on usage. In the IT industry, that is really hard. People don't have that capability. So I think this is a key role for us to play to help the resellers with new billing capabilities, rather than them having to invest in their own systems. We also see, if we move, that the buyers are changing. So our customers used to be the CIOs, the IT departments, but now it is the marketing department, it is the sales department, it is the finance department that are starting to place purchase orders on us. This is very different. And we need to learn to work towards the business users rather than the technology people in the organization. IoT, of course, is huge. IoT drives cloud. I mean, this whole space is exploding at the moment. And that means there is going to be computing at the edge. So we used to always think computing happens inside big data centers that sit in somebody's office. Or maybe it is even hosted by an Amazon or a third party, like a Telefonica. But I think because of IoT, we cannot bring all the data back to these data centers. There's too much data.
Nosotros en México, que es realmente lo más importante para los que estamos acá. ¿Por qué un cliente puede venir a trabajar con nosotros? ¿Qué hace que nuestros clientes busquen aliarse con Westcon Comstor en México? Básicamente es muy fácil definirlo. Nosotros tenemos dos unidades de negocio. Una está enfocada a productos específicamente en seguridad data center. Tenemos una fortaleza muy importante en esas alianzas y ese portafolio de fabricantes que se enfocan en estas arquitecturas. Por otro lado tenemos a Comstor, que está fuertemente aliado con Cisco. Realmente para nosotros Cisco es un fabricante muy importante en el mercado global y por supuesto acá en México. Somos una empresa de más de 200 colaboradores en México, lo cual es muy bueno, generamos empleo. Tenemos operaciones en Monterrey, Guadalajara y el Distrito Federal. Una de nuestras grandes iniciativas para el próximo año y lo que yo considero y el grupo considera importante es seguir la expansión regional. Creemos que hay que estar en el resto del país. Creo que México empieza a dar una curva en términos de crecimiento positivo, dado que poco a poco empezamos a evacuar algunas zonas reprimidas por la inseguridad, por todo lo que hemos visto en los últimos años. Hemos visto que económicamente algunas zonas del país empiezan a dar crecimiento. Una ciudad media pequeña de México es una ciudad media grande en el resto de la tabla. Entonces, no hay ciudad pequeña en México. ¿Listo? Contamos con un inventario. Esto es muy importante porque en términos de tiempo somos capaces de responder a las necesidades de nuestros clientes. Tenemos inventario local, tenemos inventario en frontera, que es tránsito, y un inventario muy importante en Estados Unidos.